what's up, everyone? Welcome to, I've stopped counting in weeks. Instead, just think of things in months. So I guess I'm over 3 months into this journey now, and yeah, it's interesting. This is like a really interesting point in time because basically July is the last week for qualifying for the next round of tournaments, which is the North American Regional Championship for TFT. And because I haven't done well enough on the ladder, the only way for me to qualify is by winning tournaments. So the Team Liquid tournament was 8 weeks, and unfortunately I didn't advance to the last round of that. It was really, really difficult. Like every week, basically you need to be first out of 512 people, and I was unable to do that. The closest I came was top 16, which I feel good about, but I wasn't able to advance there. But I was fortunate enough to get invited to the Cloud9 Invitational Tournament, which has 20 of the best players in North America and then 12 community invites. And I'm happy to report that I advanced from the first round to the second round, so I went from top 32 to top 16. Super happy about that, particularly because I hadn't been playing well lately. There was some criticism in the invite system and some spotlight put on me and whether I should have deserved the invite. I'm not really here to speculate on whether I deserved it or not. I'm just happy that I got it and happy that I was able to make something of it, right? And prove, that I can hang with the best. But there's still a lot of work to do. And these next 2 weeks are going to be really critical for me because this is my last shot to advance. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be fine, right? Like if I don't advance, then it'll mean the next several months are going to be focused more on building my stream and content creation and sort of, growing my following there. And, depending on when the next season of TFT is, maybe I'll stay engaged in this long enough to give that a try as well. But yeah, we'll see. It's weird because the whole reason I started on this journey was because I'm very good at the game. And at my peak, I peaked around like top 30 North America. And since then, I actually haven't been at that level. And I think part of it is my relationship with the game has changed, right? Even though I'm putting more hours into it, it's way more stressful. And I think that's really impacted my ability to perform consistently. But I actually have done pretty well in tournaments overall because in tournaments, it's much easier for me to focus, right? Whereas ladder, when you're playing your 1000th ladder game, it's much easier to become frustrated at little things and just become disengaged. So that's what I'm working on right now because just because it's ladder doesn't mean it doesn't matter. I did not mean to rap. I think this has shown me where I need to work on my resilience, right, in the moment. And not as just something that I focus on when it's a tournament time, because in tournaments I don't really get tilted very easily. But in ladder I do. I get tilted super easily. And it really impacts my standings, and that's why I have huge swings. Even just last week I dropped another 400 LP. It's not really acceptable, right? Because in this ecosystem, ladder performance does really matter, both for your reputation and for qualifying for tournaments. So that's what I'm trying to crush right now. If I don't advance through the Cloud9 tournament, I'm going to take some time to just consider what the next step is here, because I've always maintained that there are multiple successful outcomes. For me, though, the best outcome is that of a competitive player, and I don't know if I'd be happy as like just a full-time streamer / content creator. I'm just too drawn to the competitive side for that. So if I do content and streaming, I'll consider that a bridge, right, until the next time that I have a chance to compete in a serious circuit. And it'll be more about trying to see if I can make this financially sustainable for myself while setting myself up for future competition. So yeah, we'll see. I would be lying if I didn't say I'm a little disappointed that I'm not farther along at this point, but it's only 3 months, right? Doing anything hard can take a long time. Like some people are overnight successes. I don't think that's my path here, and that's okay. And I think the best thing that's coming out of this is that it's making me more disciplined, making me understand more about myself. It's shown me, you know, how I improve and like what kind of days, like what kind of things I need to do to be at my peak emotional and mental health, for sure. And there's also just been some challenges in general. Uzi, what are you doing, man? All right, sorry, my dog. I don't want him choking on this thing. Come on, man. Don't do that. And it's shown me where I struggle, right? Like I think one of the biggest struggles that I haven't talked about too much is just loneliness, right? I went from seeing people and interacting with people at a really high volume, from working in a corporate environment every day and being able to just do whatever I want in my free time, because it was a pre-COVID world, to doing something where I'm isolated. Yeah, I'm interacting with a lot of people through stream, but it's not the same as human face-to-face interaction. And then in my free time, you know, there's less stuff to do, right? And I'm a single dude. It's just me and my dog, right? And Uzi's been amazing, but he's not really a substitute for human interaction. He's just something else entirely, and something else special entirely. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. But yeah, it gets lonely. It can be a bit of a mental struggle sometimes too. So that has also been a part of it, and it's shown me how important relationships are, and being really deliberate with my free time, so that in the limited free time that I do have, you know, I go to the park and hang out with friends, or the beach, to the extent that people are even willing to hang out because of COVID. So that's been something I've been working on too, and it's been tough, but I'm managing it, and I'm doing okay overall. I would say overall, I'm just trying to practice gratitude and do the same morning routine every day. You know, meditate, journal, go for a walk, etc. And that's really helped with everything too. So overall, wouldn't trade it for the world. It's hard for sure, even harder than I anticipated, and I anticipated it being hard. But I don't know. I feel like I say this every time, but I'm just grateful that I have an opportunity to do it. And I think regardless of outcome, I'm going to be a better person for it, and certainly will not have regret, and those are the most important things. So anyway, the next 2 weeks are going to be really, really focused on practice. I have the C9 tournament should be next week, either Wednesday or Thursday, depending on what group I'm in. So I hope you guys cheer me on. Thanks for watching as usual, and expect a guide this week as well. All right, guys, have an awesome day. Peace.